Okay, so we're back. So a quick correction from the last video. When I was adding in these roots, I was going from this side of this one, then I was giving 1, 2, 3, and then I was going to this one. That was dumb. The math ended up kicking me in the crotch because I didn't bother thinking about it. And on the last two that I added those 4 into, I could only skip one bunch of roots. So it just went from one, skip one to the other one on the last two. And now if I would have thought about the math like I should have, I would have just skipped one anyways to have it come out mathematically correct. So, you know, the skipping 1 over here and the having 3 over here, it really doesn't make that much of a difference in the long run, but I was still a little disappointed in myself. But anyways, I got the wires, you know, where they needed to go, where I want them to go. And then I, of course, having to fully extend the tripod today. So it's going to get tripped over constantly. Of course, I want it in here. I'll probably even do a little more of this from time to time. So it's down about as low as I can get it. So the only thing left to do before I really start getting the roots set, you know, where they're going to be permanently, is I got to fold these last center ones down to a bunch of roots. So that we'll leave that there, and then we'll take the elevator down a little bit here. And we'll do a little readjusting. And let's try. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think I'll be able to spin this around while it's in here. I'll just give you guys a view of what the bottom looks like. I added in this foam to get the tree up higher in the jig so I could see that area right where my wrap ends. Because once I start setting the roots for permanent, it will, I need to see that. Because I'm going to work on it upside down a little bit more yet before I turn it right side up. I got to fold these down before I can put it in the holder for right side up. Just to give you a view of what's going on down there. They're not perfectly in order yet, but you got to get them close. And once again, in particular, the ones that I'm really worried about now are these. And one from this side here needs to get attached to these. I got to figure out which one that is, because that might very well be the first permanent twists I put in the roots. Will be in that area. And I kind of constantly got to make sure this thing doesn't bounce around. So we're going to go back up again. I want to tell you something. Whoops, hung up. Now when I do start to tighten up, these root, when I start to get the first permanent twist in here, I'm going to twist just a very short bit up of this one, and then I'm going to go directly across and do the next one, because that's really important for making sure this thing stays level. You want to do it kind of how you tighten the bolts on your rim for your car, so it's not on crooked. And I want this to stay centered very much. Kind of important. So I'm going to work on this one a little bit, and then directly across that one, and then I'm going to go 90 degrees or as close to 90 degrees, and get 4 corners down, and then just keep doing the bolt pattern thing until I got all the roots started just a little bit. It was going to be my next play. So I need to pick somewhere to start on these. So I'm going to have to sit there and just futz with it for a while. And then whichever one I'm going to start, I'm going to blow it up like I did in that last video, kind of take it all apart down to so I can find all the sources and get them lined correctly. And once I get it blown up, I don't need to show you that again. I already just showed you that a little bit ago. Once I blow it up, I'll show you how I really start that first couple of twists in the root, because that's really important. After that, after you get the first inch and a half of it's done all the way around. The rest is kind of gravy in a way, but this first inch and a half, if you want something sturdy, it's real important to get this really, really done properly. So we'll talk to you soon.